Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we're gonna be doing Inktober 52 and the prompt is astronaut. I wanna mix a little bit with my normal videos I do regarding One Piece because there is something I wanted to talk about astronauts in One Piece related as well, so it's gonna be a mixed video a little bit, okay? We're gonna be drawing and theorizing about the Tenryubitos in One Piece, specifically Donquixote Mjosgard. But at the same time, the prompt I'm gonna be drawing is a reference from astronaut. Okay, so basically, what I want to talk today is how in the One Piece world we have these characters called Tenryubitos, that they are the leaders of the world, and they represent the grotesque. The image of them, how they look, is basically a really ugly and distorted person inside an astronaut suit. And these guys, these families, or very old families from 800 years ago, this rule the world in a very bad way. So it's all about slavery, it's all about racism, it's all about radicalism and things like this. Why the reference from astronauts is talked here? In one of my latest videos, the video about Doflamingo, that I'm gonna put it up here, Doflamingo, who used to be as well a Tenryubito, at his family, Donquixote family, same family of this guy, the father and the mother, they decided that they would leave this land, this Marijuana land, the land of the gods that they call it, and basically they weren't well received in, let's say, in the realm of the poor people, and they end up very bad, actually all of them dead, etc, etc. So the first time that we introduce the Tenryubitos, these astronaut guys, we have these images of them that's in Shabondi. We have Saint Carlos, the father and the sister, they show up in Shabondi, and they have this type of suits, and they are wearing these bubbles on the head, that this to breathe, so they are able to breathe in there. And basically, astronaut vibes totally. In my Doflamingo video, the theory I have is that in my NL theory, that the thing I comment it's about the Tenryubitos owning at the moment the ancient weapon, mechanical ancient weapon Uranus, and this being the moon. This being a reference to the Death Star in Star Wars, okay? And this type of weapon, that is the moon, concept reference from the moon, and the Tenryubitos connection, I think this is all, it comes together in a piece when we talk about the moon landing from like some years ago, and when we landed in the moon and we had this footage and everything, etc. And it's kind of referencing that these Tenryubitos are connected to the moon, somehow connected to the space. We are confirmed, we have this confirmed in One Piece as well, that the elders, the 5 elders, the Gorosei, these guys are basically Tenryubitos, and probably from 800 years ago that they elongated their life, or they are monsters, or they are something that they are able to live more than normal people. So basically what I want to say with this is, what I want to point out in this is basically not a theory, it's more like stating the obvious, I will say. Is to point out that these guys, Tenryubito guys, are referenced from astronauts. As you see, the type of suit, it has these kind of things, it has these kind of medals or things to breathe, or some things like this on the suit. It's very astronauty done. At the same time, the type of characters that we see in in this kind of group of people, they are all very grotesque, as you are gonna see now. These are the cheeks are very exaggerated. They are a very cartoony pantomime design with a lot of exaggeration, representing, as I said, the grotesque, and representing the ugly things in life and the ugly things in society, and they are basically at the top of the society. Is like this comment that in every science fiction movie you see, and people talking about, oh, if actually we will go to other planets, or if other people from other planets will visit us, like extraterrestrial and everything, they will have this image of us, very ugly image of us, like in Avengers, in all these things. They talk about these things all the time, like how other people will see us. And I think this concept of astronaut, Tenryubito, bad guy, but very basic, very spoiled, they don't have jobs, they just wander around slaving people, picking as many wives as they want, and then selling them as slaves, and then buying others, and going to these auctions to buy rare specimens of Gyojins and giants and everything. So it is very ugly business the whole time. And yeah, this is basically what I understand as Tenryubito, and what I see that Oda tries to represent with these characters, that they are otherworldly. They live on top of this massive mountain called Red Line. If you haven't actually read One Piece and you are just watching the video for Inktober concept. So these guys live at the top of the world in a very massive mountain. Well, it's not a mountain. It's like a line of mountain, massive, ginormous, around the world, and they come and go as they want. No one can cross their path. They will kill everyone on their path because they are royalty. They are more than kings. And so this group of people, there is this war 800 years ago, and the good against the bad. These are supposed to be the bad, and how they kind of win. And this group of people from 800 years ago, that they were a couple of main kings and a conjunction, like a group of 20 kings, 20 kingdoms. They come together and they decide, okay, we won this war, so we are gonna become now the leaders of everything, and yeah, let's go. Let's go and live up there, probably where the enemy was living before. So if you see, this is very weird design. I wouldn't do arms like this, but this is not actually arm. The arm goes inside, but these have this kind of weird wings, puffy design for the arms. If you check some references, you will see these things. And yeah, so basically, I want to talk a little bit during today's video about Donquixote Mjosgard. Donquixote Mjosgard is this guy here, and he's kind of the second, let's say, the second Tenryubito that we meet, apart from the Carlos family. And we see him in the Gyojin saga after Shabondi, and in the Gyojin saga he comes to demand some things from the Gyojins. He wants this, he wants that, and he's demanding. The ship is in very bad way while they are going to this Gyojin island underwater. He lost the bubble in the head, this kind of for breathe. They don't breathe normal air if they're outside their land. So here you have this bad guy demanding to this Gyojin that they have many enslaved, and what he wants is basically another bubble. He wants the ship fixed to be able to go, blah blah blah, but in very bad way. Because that experience, he deals with Otohime, that is the queen in that land, Queen Otohime, and basically this whole experience of Gyojin Island and the treatment from Otohime, she treats him respectfully, she helps him, he doesn't let the other Gyojins, some of those Gyojins were former slaves of this guy, she doesn't let them kill him. And because this greatness of this queen and this kindness, it changed something in this character. So he very sour leaves Gyojin Island at the end, all wrapped in bandages, etc., etc. And he basically decides to, well, he disappears from the storyline for a very long time. And then we arrive to the Reverie. Reverie is the meeting of all these 20 kings, plus many more, that they are more than 200 or 250 at the moment. So this is expanding, this kind of group is expanding. And basically what they do there is the Gyojins go, because they have representation, the Gyojins go there, and basically Carlos, that is a very, very stupid person, a very bad person, very basic person, and very selfish, he decides that he wants to take for himself this massive mermaid called Shirahoshi, that is our main character, let's say, the ancient weapon in the Gyojin saga, and it is actually Otohime's daughter, the little one, and it's a massive, ginormous mermaid. So what happens here is that this Carlos guy, very nasty and very basic and very stupid guy, is asking Ruchi to capture her, blah blah blah, etc. And we have a Kuma, one of these Kuma and robots as well, the cyborgs there, pacifistas, trying to capture her and everything. And then they can't do anything, because if you touch one of these guys, it's explained in Shabondi, you have the almirants and everyone going after you. So the guys there can't fight these people, and they are in their land, they are outnumbered, and it will be a problem. I'm gonna start putting some lines in. So basically we have all this info dropped at us, and suddenly this guy, Donquixote Mjosgard, shows up, and he basically, I think he punches or he hits with a baseball bat or with a massive bat or something Carlos on the face, and he orders Ruchi and these guys to release Shirahoshi, because he takes consequences for this act of rebellion against Carlos. And Shirahoshi is saved. Okay, so these guys, these followers of the Tenryubitos, these guys who work for the Tenryubitos, they need to follow everything that they say. So Mjosgard here is helping us, is helping Shirahoshi, is helping the Gyojin. You see him drawn, as you see now, that he is very grotesque, these ugly features like this, like a clown, like a very... These are inbred people. For 800 years, there's like only these 20 families, or maybe now there are more families, but all of them, they don't mix with other people. They don't mix with people from outside Marijua. So all of them are represented like this, very mixed and very ugly looking. So what happens here is that this Mjosgard guy shows up looking a little bit more handsome than normal. In Oda language, that means Mjosgard is not the same that he used to be. He is reformed, he is good now, he's a little bit more clever now, and he's in our side. So as the axe, and this is a very good thing for a character, the character, you show the intentions of a character shown by the actions. Okay, so you see Mjosgard helping the Gyojin, kicking his colleague, his let's say his fellow Tenryubito. Okay, and he says he will take the consequences, and he actually takes the consequences, because it is revealed in this part of the story that there is a... And until now, we thought no one could touch a Tenryubito, but now they happen to be this group called the Gods Knights, and these guys can execute and put order to the Tenryubitos. So those are kind of to put it simple, they are higher level Tenryubitos basically. So these guys maybe come from these knights, like the Gorusei, they come from the 20 original families. And these other guys, the rest of the guys, maybe they are more distilled through the years, and some of them are mixed with other families like that, but not, let's say, from the original group, let's say. So these guys are able to execute them, and that's what happens. So this guy called Garling shows up, and in his again astronaut look, astronaut space theme and topic. His hair and his beard is like a moon, like a half moon, like this, okay, like a smile. So very cruel guy. He basically says, take this guy, we're gonna kill it, and they kill it. And there's nothing to do there. The Gyojins realize after that their helper, their savior has been executed, etc. And it's a very interesting concept in One Piece because it's unexpected. No one at that point, when Oda revealed this, was expecting to see a character like this eliminated, unless but by one of his own people. So let's see. I think it's looking nice, the drawing. I'm talking about the Tenryubitos and this astronaut concept and this space concept all the time, but I am not actually talking much about the drawing. Is looking very nice. I'm liking it. Maybe I done it a little bit too big, but it's okay. I think it fits good. I think you see everything there. Yeah, I think you can see everything here. I'm kind of going quite quick as well. And this bubble goes around here like this. We're gonna make a little bit of like this kind of fake reflection into it. You know, I always like to do this kind of details. And there is not much for the imagination here in regarding of my cartoony style that I always use, or my own interpretation, because this is a very kind of very weird type of suit, and if I go more out of the ordinary in the character, it will lose the appeal and the intention that I want to show today. But yeah, so let's see. So I'm basically I'm talking today about how these guys reference to the moon, reference to the space, all of them, reference to the outside world, to this conqueror of worlds, that you will travel to another world to conquer it, and they are so superior, they think they are so superior that they can't even breathe the air that you have in the planet. So they have these bubbles and everything. They are very enslaving everyone. They are very nasty people, and yeah, and at the same time, Oda represents this with the grotesque. There is another character who wants to be king of the world and wants to sit on the chair and everything, and it is depicted as well, if you pay attention, in a very ugly way, and he has the same type of face that the Tenryubito, and this is Steli. Steli is Sabo's brother, and Steli is actually, at the moment, he is the king of the Goa Kingdom. That's where Luffy used to live when he was a kid, and we have Fuchsia village and everything there. And yeah, so basically the representation of the grotesque in One Piece, it's left for uglier characters, and in this case the concept of astronaut and traveling in between worlds, like with the Gorusei. Yeah, so the Gorusei, they look normal. Within the cartoon, they look normal people. And this is because they know they know the story, they know what happens and everything. We've just been revealed the. Don't continue watching the video if you haven't watched the latest episode of One Piece, but basically they just revealed now Vegapunk is gonna say what is the secret of the world, what is the truth of the world. This is the thing that Imu and everyone is kind of keeping secret, and yeah, no one knows about this. Basically, I think those, let's say, handsome or normal looking Tenryubitos are the ones who know what is going on for real. And then you have these silly looking people that they are the most, there are so many of these, that they are spoiled new generations of the kings from the old, and they are not aware. Probably they are not aware of anything. Probably they are not aware of Imu either, and basically they know nothing, I would say. Let's do these details. It has this kind of ropes here, couple of lines. Very weird design, but anyway. Do like this, and yeah, we'll do one more and that's it. It doesn't look much nice, to be honest. Yeah. So let's do. I think basically with the drawing we're almost done. Just gonna do we're gonna add some of these details from the suit. And it always, as soon as I saw Carlos family, Saint Carlos family in Shabondi, it gives you the vibes of astronaut and the vibes of space, and they started releasing more info about Gorosei and the names of the Gorosei, about the planets and everything, and Imu and all these references. And I see, for me, that I do the same. I create my own characters, I create my own stories, and you can check, you can go to my Instagram, you can go to my other social medias and check other characters that I have there. It is very inspiring to see the representation, like taking a real thing like it's an astronaut and creating this kind of distorted character and this representation, this pantomime of the reality. And I like it very much how Oda creates the characters and how he takes references from real life for all these kind of things. So let's do these 3 circles. My theory about NL, my theory about ancient weapon Uranus, that is the thing that Imu used to destroy Lulusia. I think it comes a little bit more strong if you think about the concept of the Tenryubit and the reference from the astronaut concept, because it is what I was explaining before. I can say, oh, these characters have this type of power in the world, and they do this and that, and they are bad, and they do this and they do these things. But at the same time, that the leader of the Tenryubitos, the #1 Tenryubito so far that we know, being Imu, followed by the Gorosei, followed by the God Knights, that that's a massive powerhouse. So for their most, or let's say the strongest power that they have is to use this weapon to destroy Lulusia. That probably, my theory, is the moon. So if that's the moon for real, and you are comparing these guys looking like astronauts, using the moon as a ship, as a Death Star, as a shooting device, like a massive cannon, it will make sense, it will make reference. And yeah, I have this full theory about NL that I'm mentioning about it. I will ping here in the video the Doflamingo theory, as I said, around there. I will ping as well the NL theory, and all these theories as well I will put in the show more section of the video. So if you click show more in my description, you will see all these related theories there. So you can click in the videos and watch them individually if you want. And yeah, basically I find it very interesting, the comparison from real let's say professions or real situations like Oda sees in real life, like astronaut concept, to use it in a such grandiose manner for One Piece, in such a massive manner for One Piece. I think we have the sketch done. Yeah, I think we are almost full. Maybe you don't see the top, but I think it's looking good. Basically, this type of character doesn't have much color. The suit, as you know, the astronaut suit is yellowish. So we're gonna paint some yellowish sides here, and we will play a little bit with the black later, but not much more, to be honest. So we are gonna be probably finishing quite quick the video today. All of this is green, is yellow as well, and we leave like that. And what I want to do is maybe just do a pass. I love to leave the details for the color pencil. You already know this, so I'm trying to not press too much. I just wanna clean it a little bit, but I wanna leave the intention there so you can see the full the full sketch below as well. Okay, yeah, like this will work. Some details in yellow, and there I will add a little bit of lines here. It is not dark, but I want to paint it like this to understand that this is the back. Maybe we add a little bit extra here, that this actually showing the top of this, but I'm just gonna kind of pump it with this. It's gonna be looking nice like this. And for this we will do the same. The bottom of these space boots. So, as I was saying about Mjosgard and about the connection with Doflamingo, this guy is called Donquixote Mjosgard. So, it's never been explained that has any kind of connections to Don Quixote Doflamingo. Never been explained, but the name is obvious, and these guys in Marijoa, the Tenryubitos, they work by families. So you have different family names. So these two are in fact related. So probably Doflamingo's father and this guy, or this father, the guy of this father, Mjosgard, they were brothers probably. Doflamingo's father and his father, probably they were brothers. And I think this is actually gonna use very wisely by Doflamingo. This is why I got confused with the names Doflamingo and Enel, because the story about Moon and Uranus is with Enel, but I think Doflamingo, that is this guy with the Gyojin, I think he's gonna basically get the ancient weapon Poseidon, mechanical ancient weapon Poseidon, and is gonna go crazy. And I think because this guy helped Shirahoshi, in the Reverie, I think Neptune and the Gyojin kind of owe him, let's say, like a favor. Let's say like they owe him a favor. And probably the way of paying this is to tell him some secrets, or blah 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 blah, or he already knows some secrets because he's been in connection with them, and this is gonna be revealed soon, 100%. So I think Doflamingo, once he's out of prison, and that I explained in the Doflamingo video, and I explained as well in the Weeble video, when he's out of Impel Down, out of prison, we are gonna see him going into Gyojin Island and explaining that his uncle Mjosgard, let's say, or his cousin Mjosgard, saved them in the Reverie because he knows this, blah blah blah, and he will take advantage of these guys. The Gyojin, and the connection with his family member Mjosgard, to get hold of the ancient weapon Poseidon, mechanical Poseidon. I have this massive theory about the ancient weapons being 3 mechanical and 3 alive as well in the channel, so feel free to check it. I'll put it up here as well so you can see. This is kind of the most with most relevance in my channel, the weapons, the ancient weapons. So yeah, feel free as well to tell me in the comments what do you think about this, because I strongly believe and I strongly talk about the ancient weapons, the mechanical ancient weapons, the connection with Doflamingo, with Crocodile, and the connections as well with Enel and everything, and how this kind of concept of this broke this one. How this concept of space works very nice if a moon is the Death Star reference for One Piece, and basically is able to destroy towns, or destroy entire islands, like we are seeing doing it at the moment. A little bit of blue for the gloves. The gloves are blue, but later in a moment I'm gonna do a pass. This is electric blue. I'm gonna do a pass of black to everything to wash it. I love to do that. And here I'm gonna paint. Just gonna make one like this. And I use this a little bit stronger color to do the inside. And the bottom as well. Yeah, it is looking very nice. Very nice. This is pinky. I don't have exactly the color, but I think we can make it. We can make this if we paint. Sometimes mixing traditional colors you get, you know, another extra color, and like we do a little bit of pinky, a little bit of purple, and yeah, if you see, it's giving me another kind of violet, like a very faded purple, and it's looking good. So it has all of this purple, and then it has one with this type of green that I have. This one I do have, like this very kind of toxic. When you want to paint something that is kind of toxic, you paint it with this type of green, and with this, yeah. So it's looking good. It's looking good. I think the face I made him too like a biscuit. So let's whiten him up a little bit like this. Just erase a little bit the face thing apart. We will just give it a little bit of brown tone. And how I went too hasty in this part, I'm gonna have to do a second pass quick. You know, I always do at the end of the video, I always do a little bit of second pass, so the colors pop a little bit out of the drawing again, because when you paint on top, it will disappear a little bit, the line. But this is looking nice. As well, there are videos and comments I take more time doing it, but for this one, I think what I want to say is basically what I'm saying at the moment, that I'm using this opportunity to talk about the Inktober prompt from this week, that is astronaut. I'm mixing it with my passion about One Piece, and just basically talking about the astronaut characters looking that we have in One Piece, that they are the Tenryubitos, and specifically talking a little bit more about Mjosgard and how he can have an impact in the story, and how the concept of astronaut, it may be related as well to the ancient weapon and the connections with Enel and the Doflamingo family and the Gyojin. And yeah, so basically now I'm gonna be adding a little bit of wash with the dark color, with the black color. So the hands for the gloves, yeah, and I think I'm even gonna do them a little bit more dark with this lining. So feel free to tell me in the comments what is your opinion about the Tenryubitos, what do you think about these guys. I know they are the bad guys of the story, they are very nasty people and very yeah, you are not gonna like them even if they do good things like Mjosgard. Even if Mjosgard saves Shirahoshi, it's very difficult to like those guys. But yeah, feel free to mention in the comments what do you think about them and what do you think their purpose in the story is. It's obvious that we are not gonna have a Luffy versus Carlos or things like this. They already introduced you the fighters of the world government with the God Knights, with the Gorusei. Those are powerful people, strong people, very dangerous people. And seeing those type of guys, these little sorry guys with clown looking hairs and with funny faces and very distorted faces, they are more for to depict the corruption in the world as a pantomime and as a funny thing, like when more stupid and more distorted you are and more of these extremist things you are in the world, One Piece world, you are depicted more like this ugliness. And as we see Mjosgard looking like this with big nose, with big lips and everything, and then when he's kind of reformed, that he has explored the world, he has befriended the Gyojin, he has been saved by the Gyojin, and he sees these things, he kind of grows. And is this that season of life that everyone, all of us, we have, that at some point we grow a little bit and we learn things about the world. And Mjosgard in that Gyojin saga, he learned about the world, he learned from Otohime, he helped the daughter after that, and then you have this kind of punishment from the superiors. You have Garling coming up and killing him and say, okay, now you wanna know everything, you are good, you are this, you are that. We don't do that. You can't do that. And they kill him. They basically eliminate him. And it is Oda's way to say these people, these guys are followers and they don't have the right. They can abuse of their power, yes, with other people, with lower beings, but they don't have the right to diminish our values. And our values is like we wanna kidnap a mermaid, we wanna enslave someone, we are gonna do it. And if you change, you are expelled. Like the Doflamingo family happened. That the father said, I'm very good people, I'm very good guy. I think I wanna live. Down there with the normal guys and everyone, and yeah, let's go. So the full family went there. The father, the mom, and the two kids, Doflamingo and Rocinante, they went there. They weren't liked, and they were, all of them ended up dead because of this decision, and Doflamingo regretted every day of his life. Doflamingo ended up killing his father, killing the brother. He went very, very bad, and so it's kind of when this happened that the situations were going very bad for the Doflamingo family, the Donquixote Doflamingo family. The father cried to the Gorusei and called them, please let us come back, and if you don't want us to come back, at least let my kids and my wife come back. And the Gorusei and the other Tenryubitos, or probably Garling himself, said, no, there's no way for you to come back. And and they hung up. They abandoned him there, they hung up, and they say, you want to be normal, you want to be there in the lower level, you stay on the lower level. And this is Oda's representation of authority in the One Piece world and authority in the Gorusei and the Tenryubito land. And there is no way back. If Mjosgard decides to help the mermaid, he's gonna carry with the consequences, and he ends up dead. I think this will play good at the end for Doflamingo, because he will use this kind of family connection, so he can basically take the ancient weapon for himself and use it for the end of the story as a very, very bad plot twist and end of the story, yes, for the very end of the story. But that's what we know. That's what we want in a story, to have interesting characters, to play with them, and to see what they can give to the story. And yeah, I keep painting too much his face. I keep painting too much his face. I'm just gonna add some detail so it pops a little bit like this. But yeah, I think we are ready for today. It's gonna be a quicker drawing, quicker theory, quicker. This is just like a comment about my opinion about the Tenryubitos, what I see as a character designer and a storyteller myself. That how Oda from astronaut concept, he develops this whole kind of very interesting type of people and very radical type of people. And yeah, so this is gonna be for today. Inktober 52 Word Astronaut, and at the same time One Piece video and One Piece comment about Tenryubitos and Saint Donquixote Mjosgard. And yeah, I hope you like it. There's plenty of other videos in the channel about One Piece and about Inktober, so feel free to sail around the channel and see what you wanna watch, and get some feedback if you want to give some feedback as well. It's gonna be nice. So this is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23. You can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.